tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing. This is gonna need all of us together! Let's end this and get a bite to eat instead.
What are those? They look like Shion's thorns, and with flowers too.
Not real ones, though. They're just like that flower growing out of Rena.
We must be getting close to the Great Spirit now.
Hey, Rinwell, what was that thing you said about how a little bit of Dana's Great Spirit is inside all of us?
Right. That's why Dana's Great Spirit is so much more diluted. Weak, even. Whether it was a choice so it didn't overpower others, or just the way it is anyone's guess.
If that's true, then wouldn't it mean Dana's will could never form under natural conditions?
Yeah, sounds like that's probably the case.
So if Dana exists within all of us, then what if something occurred that brought everyone's hearts and minds together as one? That unity could potentially act as Dana's will.
You mean if everybody was, like, thinking the exact same thing at the exact same time? Come on, there's no way we could pull that off.
I know it's a long shot, but it might work.
Let's assume that's even possible for a second. Would it even be enough to fight back against Rena's Great Spirit?
If nothing else, it might be an option if we can't use the Renasalma.
Things are different here than on the surface.
That shows how deeply we've ventured into Rena.
And how close we've come to the real enemy.
This one will be difficult to predict.
It's over! You're finished! Take this!
Now!
You're finished!
Kizara, go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Oh, by
Take
The enemy wields arc too.
We'll soon see about that.
Raining flash! Sonic thrust! Pierce through! Sonic thrust! Take this! Pierce through! Sonic thrust! Pierce through! Blow away! Sonic thrust! Pierce through! Sonic thrust! Not today! You're mine!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Take this! Sonic thrust! Pierce through! Take this! Strike! Here I come!
Let me free you of your power. Dispel!
Pierce through! Sonic thrust! You're finished!
I'll fix you up.
Raining flash!
I don't feel like my usual.
Be calm and take them down.
This one's all mine!
Glacial
Blow
spear.
away!
Here's evil.
Sonic thrust! You're finished!
Rending you a bloody
Here I come!
onward.
You're mine! It's over! Sonic thrust! Pierce through! Sonic thrust!
I'll face you.
Pierce through!
Here's a healing arc.
Take this! Frick! Master
Not today! Pierce through! Bloody
This one's mine!
Sonic thrust! Pierce through! Sonic thrust! Pierce through! Sonic thrust!
Do it! Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory!
Rising Warford!
Naturally!
Air Sonic thrust! Blue escape! It's over! Bloody howling! Sonic
In
thrust!
here! This'll come in handy!
Here I come!
Do it!
It's over!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
More? Mirage! Pierce through! You're mine! You're finished! Execution! Sonic more! Everlasting stop! Pierce through! Blow away! I'm ready! Take this!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
More? Pierce through! You're mine! Sonic
Lightning
thrust!
orb!
Eat dirt!
Raging cascade!
Pierce through! You're
Dance
mine!
in the
Sonic
wind! Do
thrust!
it! Get toasty!
Burn strike! Flash more! Pierce through! Here I come! Pierce through! Sonic thrust! Hitting pile driver!
Raging
Another
mine!
Pierce through! It's over!
No more Miss Nice Girl!
No escape!
Healing circle!
I'm not done! Pierce through! Sonic thrust! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Pierce through! Sonic thrust! Pierce through! You're mine! Not more! You're mine! You're finished! Resonate with the earth! You're finished! Pierce through! Sonic thrust! You're mine! You picked the wrong fight! I'm not done! Make mighty blackened blade! Pierce through!
Do it!
Sonic thrust!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Oh, violent
More?
darting wind!
Elusive deity! Sonic thrust! Eagle ray! I'm ready!
Jolie! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! A merry destruction!
There's still more to go!
Pierce through! Sonic thrust! Blue escape! Sonic thrust! Pierce through! Sonic thrust!
Glacial spear!
Take this!
Here's the evil!
It's over!
Freeze
Pierce
laser!
through!
Dance in the wind!
You're mine! Sonic thrust!
Here I go! It's over!
My turn! More? Resonate with the earth! You're on! Sonic thrust! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Sonic thrust! Pierce through!
This'll come in handy!
Take this! I'm ready!
Very well! Astral energy! Full throttle!
On more?
A whirling
You're on! Take this! Air pressure! Sonic thrust!
Here I go!
Pierce
I'm
through!
only getting started!
Bloody howling! Sonic thrust! Blue escape!
I can't lay a finger on
More? Take this! It's over! Take this! Sonic thrust!
Do it!
Pierce through!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Not elusive deity! You're on! Here I come! You picked the wrong fight! Pierce through!
Out of arrows!
Elusive deity! Rain slap!
We've turned the tables on Sonic.
There are still more. You do the same for me.
Take this!
Mega ray!
Resonate with the earth! Take this! Sonic thrust! Pierce through! Rain slap! Elusive deity! Pierce through! You're mine! It's over! Pierce through! It's on! Reflect on that! Blue escape! Sonic thrust! Not a chance! You're on! You're mine! Blew away!
Lock! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry. I've got your back.
The Zoogles here are putting up a real fight.
That just goes to show how important this place is.
Or perhaps they simply thrived for...
The astral energy here is so dense. It's like trying to walk through water.
I know the Great Spirit's will is in the center of Rena, but with the world in this state, the entire planet has become its body, right? So doesn't that mean we're already inside it?
I would say that is horrifyingly correct. After all, the further we climb, the denser the astral energy becomes.
What's the matter, Rinwell? Are you not feeling all right?
No, it's nothing like that. It just feels like the energy here is a little more intense than it was before.
You mean Rena's energy?
Yeah, it's like when I made contact with Dana's will in the wedge. It's almost as though I can understand what Rena's will is thinking.
But Rena's will is supposed to be a lot stronger. Aren't we risking the Great Spirit controlling us if we interact with it directly?
I don't think we have to worry about that. Rena's will is only supposed to control true Renans, like the Helganquil. If we can discern what the Great Spirit is thinking too, we might learn something, a weakness. But just to be safe, let me contact it alone.
Are you insane? Rinwell, you're gonna...
Rinwell!
There was only meant to be one world. And your goal is to make them one. Is this fear? What just happened?
Are you all right? Rinwell? Rinwell, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I think.
What were you thinking? You could have gotten yourself killed!
He's right. You had us all terrified, Rinwell.
I'm sorry. I really, really am. But I know now. I know how the Great Spirit thinks. I know what it wants, how it feels. Rena's Great Spirit wants to complete the world.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying it's trying to make something?
Yes, exactly. Originally, Dana and Rena were meant to be one world. But that never happened. They've stayed separated, and the Great Spirit wants to finish the process.
What do you mean, one world? How is that even possible?
I don't know, but its will is clear. That's what the Great Spirit is trying to accomplish. The only problem is that since Rena's energy isn't evenly spread like Dana's, it seems like it'll vanish before that happens naturally.
So it's trying to absorb Dana while it still can, so that it can force the two planets to unite. Is that what you're saying?
The Great Spirit is scared. But it's not scared the way a rational person would be. It's more raw and undiluted, like just pure fear.
Like an animal, acting out of instinct. Although admittedly, an animal would be easier to communicate with. At the very least, I have my doubts that it recognizes us as sentient beings with a reason for coming here. Earth, water, fire, and wind energy exist in both worlds, but only darkness and light can be found within Rena and Dana, respectively. The Renis Alma, as far as we know, the only host capable of harvesting the astral energy, is composed of all six. Knowing all that, Rinwell's findings do sound plausible.
That sounds a lot like Shion's thorns, doesn't it? The whole reason the Great Spirit is trying to unite Dana and Rena into one world is in order to save itself. And if her thorns are part of the Great Spirit, then they must also be trying to save themselves?
Alphen, what is it?
We thought the only way to free your thorns was for you to die. Yet despite that, they seem to be doing everything in their power to stop that from happening to you. Something wasn't adding up. But then I just realized something. If the Great Spirit doesn't want to die, then neither would your thorns. Those same emotions, that fear, that determination, and its energy must have been the same thing that was keeping you alive. You were its vessel.
In that case, is that why her thorns caused so much pain to anyone who touched her? Because they were trying to protect themselves?
If that's all true, then... well, it's more than a little ironic.
The Great Spirit merely expresses its desires. I imagine it was the Helganquil who were likely tasked with putting together and implementing an actual plan.
Shion.
I'm okay. We need to hurry and clean this mess up before it gets out of hand.
Still, even if the current state of the world is wrong like you said, does that really make everything okay?
If the world had been whole from the start, as it should have been, there'd be no Dana and no Rena, no masters or slaves, no lords, no crown contest, maybe just peace.
yourselves! This one's tough! It's over! Sonic thrust! Pierce through!
Those flying creatures are a real pain in the butt!
What in the world?
Dohalim!
Aim for the weak spot!
Okay,
Here I go! Pierce through! Thrust!
One more time!
Raining
Execution! It looks like you got this one covered! A whirling struggle!
Begin! Prepare to be seen! Seismic rupture! Elusive deity! Soaring blast! Raining blast!
Shining supernova! Raging cascade!
Now I can let loose!
Dance in the wind! Air blast!
Ignite! Here I come! You're finished! Blow away! Raining blast!
Serenity of the region is simply incredible.
Blow away!
I'm here! This will come in handy!
You're mine!
Hold on to your heart! Here I come! Here's the evil! My accelerated lightning Radiant pierce! Dance in the wind! Glacial spear! Here's the wind! Air blade!
Raining blast!
Got it! Now let's dance!
Pile driver! It's over!
Here's the
You're mine!
Breeze Lancer! Wind astral energy!
Here I come!
Photon
I'll face you! Raining blast! Try harder!
Break this
Not
night.
again!
I'm out of ammo!
Pierce through! Sonic thrust! Blow away! Elusive deity!
Steel force!
Megasonic thrust! It's ours!
Dance in the wind! Here I go! I'm only getting started! Here I go! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Reflect on thy state.
They might black and blade! Here I come! You're finished! Blow away!
Only getting started!
With the earth!
By the plasma!
Blow away!
Mega ray!
Pierce through!
Steel force! Lightning confirmed!
Elusive deity!
Annihilation!
Tornado drive! I'll face you!
This will do or die!
Blow away!
Raging cascade!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down.
I owe you, Tion.
Healing is what my arts do best.
It's over. Eat
All
that.
I can do is cause havoc and destruction.
Pierce through. Sonic thrust. Seismic runaway. Ready, flash. Now, while it's reeling.
Take it down. Raging storm.
It's over. Take this. Take this. Sonic thrust.
Radiant field.
Blow away.
Let's get you off that way.
Elusive deity.
Radiant thrust. I can do this all day. Out of ammo.
I am not beyond fury.
Thunderblade.
And more than will all burn out. Blood. Rending you a bloody hell. Behold, the earth pulse. Tectonic vision.
Here I go.
I'm not done.
Do it. Astral energy. Full throttle.
I must keep striving. You can ease off yourself.
Pot calls the kettle black.
Good advice for all of us, to be honest.
Wherever we go on this planet, there are machines littered everywhere.
It's impressive to look at as a bystander, but I sure wouldn't want to live here with all of this around.
I know what you mean. There are no fish here. I couldn't cook any of my delicious dinners for you all if we lived here.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Reflect on that.
Mega ray.
Can you take it? Rising Wyvern!
Some fights are better left unfought.
This one will be difficult to predict.
Freeze Lancer! Ah! It'll fly climb us into next week! Mega ray!
Brace yourself! This one's tough! This one's all mine!
There! Got you! Launch enhancement! Whirl! Raging some fights are better left unfought.
I have a bad feeling about this.
On your knees!
Graviton field!
It can hide itself? Amazing!
End this and get a bite to eat instead.
So those thorns of Shion's, they're really a part of Rena's great spirit?
Most likely, but only a small fragment of it in the big picture. I don't sense a will of its own emanating from them.
If it's that insignificant, is there that much point getting rid of it?
just realized something.
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No, I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renans inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking maybe meat.
Get him, Hootle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hootle!
Ow! Seriously, what the hell?